project, I started with the 12 by 15 inch frame that I had picked up at a garage sale. I flipped it over, took the back out, took the glass out, cleaned the glass up, and then took Elmer's glue, regular Elmer's glue, like school glue, and put it around the perimeter of the back of the frame where the glass would sit. Then I replaced the glass and took Elmer's glue one more time and put it around the perimeter. This serves two purposes. It helps to hold the glass in place, and it helps to prevent resin leaks when you put resin on the other side. This needs to dry overnight and sometimes up to 24 hours depending on how much you put on. Next, I took 1/4 inch Celestial Fireglass and spread it out on a tray out in the garage, and then I took Krylon stained glass yellow spray paint and gave it a coat. Now the Krylon spray paint, I have a whole bunch of the yellow left because I had found some down in Miami when my daughter was going to school there, but honestly the TAMIYA coverage is so much better. I honestly had to put 7 coats on to get it to the color I wanted. And you have to let it dry in between coats, and you have to do a very, very light coat because if you don't, it bubbles up. And I took TAMIYA metallic orange spray paint. This is not advertised as translucent, but if you do it light enough, it is a translucent spray paint. And this I went over twice at the same time. I didn't have to wait between coats because this does not bubble up. This coverage is so much better than the Krylon spray paints, and so much cheaper too. Next, I printed up this pattern off of my Cricut machine. It's a really cool fall pattern with pumpkins and sunflowers. The top of it got wet, but I was able to dry it. And what I did was I glued this, or not glued it, I taped it to the back of the glass. I take the clear Elmer's glue and I outline one item at a time, and then I take a 4mm rhinestone chain that I had picked up on Amazon and outline that by putting it right on top of the clear Elmer's glue. And I continued doing this until I actually run out of the 4mm rhinestone chain. I had to go ahead and order some more on Amazon, and it should be in 2 days time. So I just finish up until I have used all of it up. And I don't show myself doing this, but I use a 2mm rhinestone chain to outline both of the bats. And this is as far as I got with the 4mm rhinestone chain before I ran out. So next I take my glass and I start filling in whatever I have outlined. I use clear Elmer's glue, and then I place the pieces of glass on top of it. Now you do not have to use the clear Elmer's glue, but I thought I was going to be moving this around a lot, and I just didn't want anything falling out or shifting during the process of this. Is going to take a couple of days. One thing that's important, you need to let the rhinestone chains completely dry before you start putting the glass on, or they will start shifting all over the place. And like I said, I just put the clear Elmer's glue down first, and then put one piece of glass in at a time. And the important thing to remember is that you have to have the Elmer's glue dried before you can put any resin on top of it. And this is as far as I could get with the glass so far today. So here you can see the 2 bats that I have outlined with the 2mm rhinestone chain. And next I'm going to fill in the center of the sunflowers, and I had actually purchased these little beads, strings of beads up at Hobby Lobby, and I just kept them on the string and went around in a circle in the center. I think I did two for each sunflower. And then in the very center I had purchased some seed beads, and I took those and put those in the center of the strands of beads. And now if you look at the project, you can see I also had used the 2mm rhinestone chain and outlined the little leaves and circles and shapes. And then I took Ashland decorative filler that I had spray painted with the TAMIYA metallic red spray paint and filled in all those little tiny areas there. You can see me drizzling the clear Elmer's glue over the crushed glass after I put it in. You can see that I had received my rhinestone chains in the mail and finished outlining the pumpkin and the sunflower, and I'm taking Elmer's glue, clear Elmer's glue, and putting it inside of the bats, and taking black Ashland decorative filler that I had picked up probably a few years ago at Halloween time, and filling in where the bats are. Here you can see I've also finished putting the glass in the pumpkin and the rest of the sunflower. So I did not put the masking tape or the painter's tape around the back, and so I'm about to resin, so I have it up on a couple of cups, and that makes it easier for me to put the tape on the back. It wasn't that I forgot to put it on before, but I had the picture under it, and I thought that the painter's tape would prevent me from seeing the picture if I put it on first, so I had to put it on this way. And if you don't know, the painter's tape helps to prevent any resin leaks. Now it's ready for the resin. The resin I'm using for this project is Naked Fusion, the new and improved formula. The new and improved formula is good for molds and glass on glass work. After it's all mixed up and it's set for about 10 minutes to get rid of some of the bubbles, it allows the bubbles to dissipate and rise to the top. I drizzle it over all the glass first, and here I am with a little plastic knife kind of spreading it over the glass, because it really doesn't have to saturate and fill in all those cracks, just as long as the glass is shiny. And I'm also drizzling it over the centers of the sunflower. And once I get done covering all the glass, then I take and I drizzle it around the entire perimeter just to make sure everything is covered. I do use the kitchen torch to get rid of the bubbles. Finish a project, I come back every 15 minutes to check for glass placement, to check for bubbles and retorch if needed. I use a toothpick to get sediment out or to move the glass around in case it's moved. It's in your best interest to cover it with a dust cover. This resin cures best at temperatures between 75 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. All resins are different. You need to read the directions for the resin that you are using. Hey everyone, another project. So this one was not super easy. It took, quite a bit of time. Had to spray the different glass and let it dry, and then I ran out of the rhinestone chain halfway through, so I had to order it. And anyway, if you don't have rhinestone chains or don't want to work with rhinestone chains, you can always outline it with like a black puff paint or something like this. So this pattern here I actually got off my Cricut design space, and that's upside down. And there's different, so if you have a subscription, I guess I pay so much a year, you get free access to a lot of the artwork, and a lot of it is different companies put the artwork out. This particular artwork was put out by a woman named Amelia, and beautiful. And she has several other projects like this or artwork on there similar to this, and I might do another one because I thought this is so pretty. So anyway, thank you for that. And the other way, if you don't have the subscription, I think you can buy them for like 99 cents a piece, the different the rights to use it. But anyway, all in all, I think this was cute. The other tip is this here. The very center is seed beads that I bought up at Hobby Lobby on sale. They were $2 for a long sleeve, but they also sell up at Dollar Tree. You'll always notice they have little beads in a package like this. The package kind of looks like this. They all fell out, so they're in here. But look how pretty those beads are for $1.25. Those would be perfect for the very center of those flowers. So that was just a tip. And I thought about taking and doing regular glass, clear glass all in between there, but I don't know. I just thought it looked pretty just the way it was, so I left it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the channel, go ahead and subscribe. hit the bell and you'll be notified when a new video comes out. We have the Facebook page going. Come join us there. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.